Radhe Krishna, Shri Gurubhyo Namah, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Welcome to Thirukkolur Penpillai Rahasyam episode number 77. In this Bhakti Rahasyam, Thirukkolur Penpillai is comparing herself with a devotee from the city of Kashi, which is a holy city in the northern part of India. Now, in this holy city lived a great devotee by the name Singan. Since he was a resident of Kashi, he was commonly referred to as Kashi Singan. Thirukkolur Penpillai's Rahasyam statement is, "Did I offer lotus flowers like Kashi Singan?" Now, Kashi Singan, he was, as I said, he was a great devotee of the Lord. It was his duty to offer lotus flowers to the Lord. Now, lotus is such a divine flower which is liked by Lord Narayana, Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Saraswati. Kashi Singan had a unique way of offering the lotus flowers. He didn't go to any market, pay money, buy flowers and offer it to the Lord. He himself used to source fresh lotus flowers from the lotus ponds. He just used to search one pond after the other and he used to swim those ponds, pluck those flowers and offer it to the Lord. Now, swimming in a lotus pond is not easy because lotus grows in mushy and muddy areas, and the roots it goes deep into the water body, so it's easy for the swimmer's legs to be entangled in the roots. So getting entangled in the roots, getting caught in the mushy areas, and the presence of our water friends like water snakes, frogs, fishes, they are not uncommon in such lotus ponds. So to brave all these conditions and go for plucking lotus flowers is not everybody's cup of tea. But our friend was an expert swimmer, and he was, being a pure devotee of the Lord, he felt that it was his duty to swim and get fresh flowers for the Lord. All went well for some time, but his activity of swimming in such difficult conditions, along with the fact that he also used to swim in the river Ganges, Mother Ganga, this actually started creating a sense of ego and false pride in his mind, to the extent that he thought that he is such a great swimmer, nobody can do greater than him in this area, in the city of Kashi. So once he calls all the swimmers residing in that area, he says, "Look, let's have a competition. I bet I can go from this shore to that shore of the Ganges multiple times, which you all collectively wouldn't even dream of." Now, this was kind of an unhealthy competition he was leading to. No doubt, this doesn't mean we are against competition. A healthy competition where all the participants grow together, they care for each other, they respect each other, that's a good competition. Whereas an unhealthy competition where the only aim is to target the opponent, to harass, disrespect the opponent, where only negative tastes prevail, that is something one should keep out of. Unfortunately, this great devotee, he was overpowered by false pride, ego, and he led this unhealthy competition. Now, the other swimmers, they tried for a while, maybe 1 or 2 rounds of swimming from this shore to that shore. They were tired and exhausted and they couldn't go any further. But Kashi Singan, just because of his expertise of swimming in difficult conditions, swimming in the Ganges itself, he was merrily going from one shore to the other multiple times. And when he saw that the others were tired and exhausted, it started increasing the pride and the ego within him. So he just continued for records. He wanted to cross from this shore to that shore maximum number of times, so there was no way to stop him. It continued to the point where he started, the pride went to such an extent that he felt that even Mother Ganga was nothing before him. He was greater than Mother Ganga. He could swim from this shore to that shore so seamlessly. So what is Mother Ganga before me? So that was the time when Mother Ganga realized that she washes off so many people's sins. So washing off this foolish person's ego is no great deal. With that, there was a sudden whirlpool created in the river where Kashi Singan was actually swimming, and he got caught in that whirlpool. Now the whirlpool goes in circular motion, and this guy was caught in that circular motion, and he tried to come out of that whirlpool, yet it was dragging him in. That's when he started realizing his folly of mistreating Mother Ganga in his mind. Now there was no way for him to come out. He was tired and exhausted, and he felt that his end was near. That's when he started recollecting all his past activities, when he thought, oh, life was so good when I was just going from one pond to other, plucking lotus flowers and offering it to the Lord. When he thought of the lotus flower, that's when the story of the elephant king Gajendra came to his mind, where this is a beautiful story which is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, where the elephant king Gajendra was in the vicious grip of a crocodile in the river, and after fighting for multiple years, the elephant couldn't come out of the crocodile's clutches. That's when Gajendra offers a lotus flower. It's a lotus pond, so he plucks a lotus flower and offers it to the ultimate source, Narayana. And the story goes that the Lord came and rescued the elephant king Gajendra from the clutches of the crocodile. So this story comes to his mind. It's difficult, right? In the midst of a difficult scenario, one would just think about one's life. The thoughts of the divine thoughts or spiritual thoughts coming at that point in time is a bit of rarity. Whereas Kashi Singan, just because he was a devotee, he was temporarily overclouded by this ego and pride. So because of his past devotion, these things came to his mind. He started praying to Lord Narayana in a similar fashion. He prayed, "Oh Lord Narayana, if you could come to rescue the elephant king, you can rescue me also." So since he had realized his folly, Lord Narayana created a situation whereby there was a huge gust of wind which blew over that place where the whirlpool was taking place, and that gust of wind just lifted Kashi Singan from the whirlpool and put him to the other shore. Now it was a first-hand spiritual experience for Kashi Singan, who realized that it was definitely the Lord who came and saved him from such a great tragedy. Realizing that this was a great folly he did in terms of getting that pride in swimming, he chose to cut down on his pride. In fact, he decided to be totally devoid of any false ego or pride and spend the rest of the life as he used to do in the devotion of the Lord by offering him fresh flowers. So this was the story which Thirukkolur Penpillai, which caught her attention, and she says, did I offer flowers to the Lord, lotus flowers to the Lord like Kashi Singan? He was such a great devotee. He used to source flowers from difficult conditions. Okay, temporarily pride, negative qualities overcame him. Yet he was mature enough, intelligent enough to realize God's grace even in difficult circumstances, prayed to the Lord and realized his folly, started his devotional service again. So this was the benchmarking which Thirukkolur Penpillai did with Kashi Singan. So a great lesson for us. This is very common with us, right? Where we master a particular skill, we start enjoying that skill. Now to the point that if it leads to an unhealthy competition where we feel that we are the only ones adept in those particular activities, others are not so skillful, and this pride starts overtaking us, we actually lose that satisfaction derived from that skill. And at one point in time we will also realize our folly, that we shouldn't have done like this, and come back. So great lesson to learn from Kashi Singan, to stay grounded, to be humble. Yet whatever skills we have, whatever exceptional talents we have, it may be singing, it may be dancing, it may be sports, it may be anything, it may be arts, offer it as a devotional service to the Lord. Offer your skills, offer your talents to the Lord, and see that you can enjoy the real satisfaction that is derived from those particular activities when it is done as a devotional service to the Lord. So that was the story and the short message for us. Stay blessed, stay devoted, and stay tuned for our remaining episodes. Radhe Krishna, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.